Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monarchs live from here in Lincoln. Dan Vaughn with you, voice of the Kansas City Monarchs. Glad you're along in this one and kind of getting everything sort of situated there. They put me in the middle right there as a Monarchs live here on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Glad you're along as your back-to-back division champions open up the divisional round right here against the Lincoln Salt Dogs in Haymarket Park in Lincoln. And we are about, just a little over an hour, well, a little under an hour, pardon me. We're about 50 minutes away, 50 minutes away from first pitch. I've got your lineup card here. Just give an update on what happened today for the ball club. Team arriving here at Haymarket Park about 3:15. Some came over a little early, checked out today. Of course, we're heading home after the ball game regardless. Obviously, because it's only a one-game series here, so we're heading back. Unlike the Sioux City thing last year, we stayed over after the series clincher. Here, this series wouldn't be clinched anyway. We're heading home tonight, so should get back in mid-evening or way, sometime around 3 a.m. probably. But again, hoping for some good news tonight for Kansas City as the Monarchs and enter this one on a roll, but so is Lincoln. Both teams have been playing really well. They had to win their last three. Kansas City did win their last three. Arguably, the last week, Lincoln was the hottest team, but over the last month of August, Kansas City was the hottest team. And Monarchs had two swims up to Canada, won 6 of the 6. Only lost one ball game in that first road trip, 3 road trips in August, but that second two of the real keys and came on one series as well. Really hot teams. Both teams featuring phenomenal left-handers. Matt Hall, the postseason All-Star pitcher of the year. He'll be facing Greg Minier. Minier's been very good against Kansas City, but one caveat here: he's faced the Monarchs in 2 day games here. He's never faced the Monarchs at night here this season. So the 2 games he's had really good success against Kansas City came in the daytime. The sun will be a problem early for everybody, but it'll be interesting to see how the night game for Minier transpires as well. Really doesn't matter home or away. In back-to-back starts for against Lincoln, Hall was outstanding. Didn't allow an earned run in 13 innings. Had strikeouts of 12 and 10, a season high 12 coming back just about 3 weeks ago. Last time the Monarchs were here, a team kind of sort of coming together, right? From here to Canada, after winning 2 or 3, went to Canada and swept that series, and really from that point on have been really playing good baseball. And again, Lincoln, as I mentioned, when they're really swept swept Sioux Falls, and then also won the 3 of 4 against their division rivals with the everything to play for all weekend. They did it, so it should be a great matchup here. Pair of lefties, Minier and Matt Hall. Team did hit today, voluntary hitting, but just about everybody did hit in some form or fashion. They had an entire, looked like a mandatory BP. The Monarchs didn't have mandatory, but just about everybody did hit from what I can tell. Everybody was out there. Matter of fact, Lewis Thorpe was shagging balls. That's a good sign. Perhaps he could be a second-round addition. We will talk more about that in the broadcast tonight. But here's your card that sort of what I expected from this one against the lefty. Malik Smith will lead off. Your Price Chopper lineup card brought to you by Price Chopper. He'll be in center field. Darnell Sweeney bats second. Sweeney is at third base. Ron Grotjohn bats third. Grody is at second base. Jacob Robson will be in left field. He'll bat in that 4 position. So you got 3 lefties and a switch hitter early. And you're going to have one of those lefty-lefty matchups get to Minier at some point. And we talked about Ryan Grotjohn's ability to do that, and it should be interesting to see if he can keep that up. Jacob Robson's been really good against lefties or righties, to be honest with you. John Hernandez will bat 5th. He'll be in right field. Casey Gillespie, he's my pick here. This is a guy returning home to his native state. He loves being a Lincoln. He loves the Cornhuskers. He grew up cheering for him as a kid. He always has played well here over the years. And Casey Gillespie batting 6th at first base. Gia Bruce, as I mentioned last night when I was on with Rob Pinnier and Kevin Luco, I thought he might get the nod today as a DH. He will. Switch hitter Bruce, so the DH today, batting 7th. Pete Coswell bat 8th. Coswell will be at short. In the batting ninth, Alexis Almeida from the right side. Remember, J.C. Escar is a left-handed stick, so getting the nod tonight will be Alexis Almeida for Kansas City. Also, what I predicted might happen against the lefty, although it hasn't been the case against every lefty, but this has sort of been the standard left-handed hitting lineup as of late. So again, Malik Smith, Darnell Sweeney, Ryan Grotjohn, Jacob Robson, John Hernandez, Casey Gillespie, Gia Bruce, Pete Cosmo, Alexis Almeida for Kansas City. Game time, just about 48 minutes from now. We'll be on the air in about 18. and we'll be on the air on the Monarchs Broadcast Network, which consists of both AA Baseball TV, which that'll begin later. That usually begins about a quarter till or so, something like that. AA Baseball TV. Let me pull that up for you there. AA Baseball TV. That'll be the site to get us on the video dual stream. And then MixLR, our radio broadcast, that begins at 6:35. Coming up the broadcast tonight, talking about 1924, the Monarchs and Hilldale. I'm going to give you game one story, and I'm going to dive into Monarchs 101 tonight, part of our content with our partners at Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. I'm going to dive into the 1924 backstory of the World Series, the 1924 Colored World Series, they called it. There's a story there. It almost doesn't get off the ground. It was sort of a test case. Could this thing make some money? And yes, it did. We'll talk about the 1924 World Series backstory in Monarchs 101 with DV. That's the master's class of Kansas City Monarchs content, the kind of thing you do learn from our partners, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, there at historic 18th and Vine in our wonderful city. Well, that's the scene from here in Lincoln. We'll be on the air in just a few minutes, so stand by on the radio side. You folks on the video side a bit later. We'll see you in the broadcast tonight. Monarchs with lefty Matt Hall, Greg Minier. Going to be a great matchup here. A pair of dueling lefties, and should be a phenomenal playoff matchup and a great matchup with the fans here at Haymarket Park in Lincoln, Nebraska. All right, ready for some 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs? You guys ready? Oh, you guys are ready, aren't you? All right, me. Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs. I'll see the broadcast now, everybody.